Welcome back to Broncos Weekend, everybody. Yeah, these winter football months, Broncos country. For tailgating, that means the heartier dishes. We're doing ribs, brisket, pork shoulder. But that also means we're adding a little Colorado taste to it, some green chili. Alexis Perry is outside Mile High Monument right now with our friends from 505 Southwestern to see how we can infuse some heat into a tailgate classic.
Thanks so much, Matt. Here with Austin. She is a brand ambassador for 505 Southwestern. We are so glad that you're here today. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. What are we making today?
So we are going to make some sweet and spicy green chili glazed ribs, which is a great tailgate recipe because you can make it at home the day before and then finish it on the grill right before you're going to eat it. So it's a wonderful thing to do and share with your friends.
Well, obviously the most important ingredient, 505 Southwestern green chili. So for those who might not know, what is in 505?
So our main flagship product here is our flame roasted green chili, and it only has 3 ingredients. It's a very clean product: flame roasted New Mexico Hatch Valley green chili, lime juice, and salt. And you can see the char marks on this chili. It's really a premium product. And we put some of this green chili into all of our salsas and salsas.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so what is our very first step for these ribs?
Our very first step is we're gonna make a glaze for our ribs.
Okay.
And this is pretty simple. We are gonna take 2 jars of our pineapple mango jalapeno salsa.
Yeah.
Pour that in our blender here.
Okay.
And this recipe calls for a spoonful of our flame roasted green chili, so I'm just gonna do a dollop.
Perfect.
You can never have too much green chili, in my opinion. Makes everything taste better.
Right.
Get our lid on here. We're gonna blend this until it's a nice glaze.
Okay. Crank it up a little.
Crank it up. There we go. We're scaring Miles. Sorry, Miles. All right. So now that we have our glaze, we're gonna take our ribs.
Smells good.
And we cooked these yesterday, and first you wrap them in foil with some glaze underneath and some glaze on top, seal it up in a foil packet, cook it for 3 to 3.5 hours at 350 degrees. So these are pre-cooked. We're gonna put them on the grill and add some of that glaze to finish them off.
Okay, wonderful. Nice and hot.
Just gonna bring this over. Do a generous amount of that glaze.
That looks amazing.
To finish it off, while those heat up, we are gonna make a slaw with some cabbage, some sliced fennel, some grated apple, some grated carrots. Finish that off with some apple cider vinegar and a little mayonnaise.
How easy is that?
So easy. Toss that together. It's very colorful. A nice contrast to your ribs.
I love it. What are some of the other ways that we can use 505 Southwestern?
So as I mentioned, 505 goes great on everything.
Yeah.
So this green chili is one of my favorite products. I put this on pizza. I put it on hot dogs, hamburgers, eggs in the morning.
Yum.
Make a breakfast burrito.
Yes.
If you're making a pot of chili, I put this in my chili. If you have kids like I do, I love it because you can make a more bland food item and then add this to spice it up on your own plate so that you can spice it depending on your tolerance for heat.
Sounds amazing. Okay, so the ribs were on there for about 10 minutes, then we flipped them. They've been on for about 5. Are they about good to pull off?
Let's see how they look.
Okay, they look amazing.
I'd say they look delicious.
Perfect.
Let's go ahead and plate some of these up. We'll start with a little of our slaw. This meat is falling off the bone. What do you say?
Absolutely perfect. A perfect tailgate recipe. Speaking of recipes, where can we find more of your great recipes?
We have a lot of recipes on our website at 505southwestern.com. And if you use our salsas or sauces in anything you make, please tag us on your social media at #HowDoYou505.
Perfect. We will do that. Thank you so much for your time, Austin. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. Steve, as we wrap up the show here, the Broncos haven't won on Sunday Night Football since 2015. Obviously, an overtime thriller here in this building against the New England Patriots. They haven't been on Sunday Night Football since 2017, so hopefully this is the start of another streak for the Broncos in prime time. Let's get to your keys, though, real quick. What do the Broncos need to do on offense if they want to beat the Chiefs?
Well, this is an offensive deal, but I think you got to be thinking about defense all the time. And one of the things our offense needs to do is keep Patrick Mahomes and that offense on the sidelines. Can you do that? By running the ball, offensive line playing well, controlling the drives, controlling the clock, and we'll have a chance to win this football game.
Sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, Steve, on defense, the Broncos have their hands full with Mahomes, but what do they need to do?
Well, with Bryce Callahan on injury reserve, I'd like to see us play a little bit more cover 2 this game. That way our corners on the outside can get up and be physical with those wide receivers, give our safeties a chance to make a play on the ball. We did that a lot when I played, and I think that will fit this team perfectly, especially with the speedy wide receivers that they have.
The Broncos are not used to playing at a quiet Arrowhead Stadium, Steve. Would you have liked to have played at a toned-down Arrowhead Stadium?
Oh, man, I would have given everything. I would have given a game check for one of those.
Fair enough. That'll do it for us on Broncos Weekend. Special thanks to the Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. I'm Matt Boyer. Thank you so much for watching Broncos Country. We will see you on game night.